Hi everyone, welcome back to Megan's Creative Arts. If you're new to my channel, thank you for joining us today. And please think about subscribing. If you like these videos, please give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment so I know what you like. This is the Drunken Granny Stitch. It's a 1-row repeat, good for beginners. And it creates this slightly curve here at the top, so kind of its own border, but it is a straight edge. And it is easy as 3, 2, 1. That is basically what we are going to be doing. For this little example, I used the Loops and Threads Soft Classic Acrylic. This is what is this one? Should be Rose, I believe. Oh, here it is. Pink Ombre. And I did use the 5.5mm hook, also referenced as an eye. So you can see the beautiful colors here. And we're going to go ahead and get started learning this cute little stitch. Alright, so for this particular pattern, we are going to chain in multiples of 5 plus 4. That does not mean that you're going to be chaining 9. It means you're going to chain 5 plus 5 plus 5 as many times as you need, and then add 4 at the end. So we're going to start with our slip knot. Just wrap it around your fingers here and then pull a loop through. You want to have a little bit of a tail so you can weave it out at the end. I am going to use the same yarn that I did for the example. This one is a 5.5mm hook. There we go. All right, so for this example, I'm just going to chain 24. Again, if you want something bigger, you're going to do more multiples of 5 and then just add 4 at the end. 3. All right, and I've got 24. Now we're going to skip the first 5 chains, and this counts as a double crochet and 2 chain space. And then I'm going to do 3 double crochets, 2 chains, and 1 double crochet. So again, we're going to skip 5. This loop does not count. So we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to put 3 double crochets into the 6th chain from the hook, and I'll have the directions below. There's 1, 2, and I forgot to show you guys how to double crochet if you don't know. So we're going to yarn over, stick our hook in this case chain, yarn over and pull through a loop, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. Now to complete this stitch, I need to chain 2 and put 1 more double crochet into my chain space. So again, I told you this was going to be as easy as 3, 2, 1. We did 3 double crochets, 2 chains, 1 double crochet. And that is what we're going to be doing for the whole project. So we're going to skip 4 chains, So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to go into this 5th chain and do the same thing. 3 double crochets, 2 chains, 1 double crochet. So basically, if you know how to do a double crochet and chain, that is all you need to know in order to make this pattern. You could do a very beautiful blanket with this. If you're not sure, just pull your stitches over a little, because this next chain can kind of disappear. So we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and double crochet into the next stitch. So again, we're doing 3 double crochets, chain 2, 1 double crochet, all in this one space or one stitch. 1, 2, and 1 double crochet. And you're going to do this all the way across until you only have 3 chains left. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if we counted correctly, you're going to have 2 chains left at the end. I'm going to work my drunken granny stitch, which again is the 3 double crochets, 2 chains, 1 double crochet. And if you are not at the end of yours, please feel free to pause or go back. But I'm going to skip this next chain and just do a double crochet in the last chain. And hold on. Sorry about that. My daughter needed me for a minute. But we are at the very last stitch, last 2 chain spaces, so I skipped one and I'm doing a double crochet into the last space. All right, so this is what your first row should kind of look like. Again, you're probably going to have more than me on here. I'm just doing a smaller example. All right, so I am going to chain 3 and turn my work. 1, 2, 3. This does count as your double crochet on the ends. And then in this chain 2 space, we're only going to be working in the chain 2 spaces, except at the very last stitch. We're going to work our drunken granny stitch all the way across. So we're going to do 3 double crochets, chain 2, 1 double crochet, all in this chain 2 space. So that first row is always a little harder because you don't have as much room. Now you got a chain 2 space to work with. So we're skipping all of these, going to this next chain 2 space, do our double crochet. 1, 2, and 3, chain 2, and double crochet one more time. I tend to feel with my fingers where I'm at. So this is one that I did. Actually, I did the example in a few hours. used 1 skein of this yarn, so you can actually do it rather quickly. Whole blanket still may take you a couple days, depending on how much you work on it. Go. So I am at the end of my second row. You should still have the same amount of these little granny clusters. So see, I had 4 at the first row. I have 4 on my top row, and I am going to do a double crochet into this last space. I like to actually grab and put it into one of these chains. I think it looks a little better than just going into the whole space itself where my finger is. I like to go into one of the chains. So, whoop, here is what 2 rows look like. We're going to chain 3, turn our work, and again, only working in these chain 2 spaces. Do our drunken granny stitch. So 3 double crochets, chain 2, 1 double crochet. So if you think of it as 3, 2, 1, that's how it helped me. 2 and 3. Whoop. Weaving an end in there. Don't want that there. 1 and 2. And there we go. So you're just going to keep repeating these rows until you get to the length that you want. And I will write the directions below if you want to look back at them. But this is the drunken granny stitch. Go. These little granny stitches just kind of weave back and forth all the way up and down your project. That's why it's called a drunken granny stitch. But this is what you could end up having once you're done. So this would look great in one color, a self-striping like I did, or if you want to change colors after every row or every other row, this would look cute as well. But again, if you like this particular pattern or videos like this, please give me a thumbs up and I will make some more videos for you. I'll see you next time. Bye!